Hello, or welcome back. It's the end of year review. I've been doing one of these for the past couple of years, so this is year 3 for 2023. I would like to say first of all a big thank you to all the people who have subscribed or interacted positively with the channel in any way. Anybody who's helped me with getting parts or offering support, whether that's, just physically or financially, with getting things sorted out and that sort of thing, because it keeps me going. My main job, it doesn't pay fantastically well, so there's not a lot of resources to go round, and knowing there are other people out there supporting what I'm doing here and helping things ticking over, greatly appreciated, and long may it continue. Speaking of, if you are looking for ways to support me, check out the description in any video, including this one, and there are links to ways you can do that. I have a Ko-fi, which I use as a tips jar. I have a Redbubble account, which I use for selling prints of my original artwork. I also have a Patreon. This was requested that I set one up. I have, and at the time of recording, it currently has 0 patrons. I have been putting stuff on there, so once you sign up you'll see what's going on. If the Patreon gets backers, if people decide to sign up over there, the content I put on there will increase, because there'll be somebody to read it. Finally, I have a new website. I did the usual, I got a Squarespace account. I just needed something easy. This is not an advert. I'm too small for Squarespace to be sponsoring me. So if you go to www.angel.co.uk, you will find my little website and you'll be able to see what I do full time. There's also princess nonsense on there because I can't help myself. Right, let's get into the fleet then, I guess. So who's first? Maestro has actually gone now. It's no longer part of the fleet. I sold it in November. I have mentioned this in some recent videos, so if you've been watching regularly you'll already know that. Hadn't done anything wrong. I just got to a point with a project where I was comfortable letting the car go. I'd done the work I wanted to do on it, as you'll see in the videos that are going to continue being released, because we do have a bit of a backlog. And I ended up with a buyer turning up who understood exactly what the car was perfectly okay with its foibles and flaws, and perfectly happy with the asking price. I literally couldn't have asked for a better buyer than I got, so I am very, very grateful for that. It's gone to live with some Lada Samaras, so you know it's in good company. Hopefully, it's not too naughty. It was very good for me for the 3 years I had it, and hopefully that continues. Right, who's next? Yep, the Lanchester's still here too. It's got a lot of footage recorded, waiting for the upload schedule. I was going to be interspersing that with the Maestro and Princess videos, but with the Maestro gone, I'm sort of burning through the Maestro videos to get that one finished. So that's why there hasn't been any Lanchester content recently. Progress on it has stalled a little bit real time because of other things that are going on in my life. But it's not abandoned, it's not forgotten, it's still in the garage and it still gets inspected regularly. We are wanting to continue with it, but of the projects that we've got, it's the one that's easiest to put on hold. So we will be coming back to it. It's just things need to be a little bit better than they are right now, so that we have the time to devote to it properly. Don't worry, it's not going anywhere. Pat is far too attached to that car for it to ever really go anywhere. It's just going to take a while. And that's okay. It's been off the road since 1984, it can wait a bit longer. One left. the ugly one, the one that divides opinions the most, my one true love. The Princess is now my daily driver. Yeah, that feels a bit weird. It's my only working car. It's the car I have to rely on for everything. Since selling the Maestro and doing the sort of shakedown, getting it used runs, it has already failed to proceed. A simple fix, thankfully, just not one I could do where I was. We'll go into that in a future video. Nothing dramatic, it's already sorted. Yeah, I'm just building confidence with it, working through the issues that it has as much as the weather and the time of year will let me, and just generally using it a little. I don't drive a lot, so I'm not putting huge amounts of miles on it. It's fine. It's fine. It works. It does what I want. I really like that car. I'm really happy to be using it again and to have my attention on it again, because over the last couple of years I have definitely neglected it. Not like abandoned on a driveway, flat tyres neglected, but you know, I've not treated it as kindly as I used to, and that needs to change. And will change now. I don't have any choice. I guess craft content then. I must apologise if you're here mainly for the craft content, because our upload schedule on that is a little bit messy. Yeah, I will tell you why in just a moment, but the issue with the craft stuff is it takes a lot longer and it's a lot harder to record than the car stuff is. So I need more specific sets of circumstances than I do for any of the car updates. Because of the changes that are happening here, I've got less space and less time to devote to the craft projects, and I don't want to rush them. I want to do them as properly as I can. And I don't have a backlog of the footage like I do with the car stuff, because it is just that much harder to put the videos together. This will hopefully change next year. I should have more time available to put things right. The big change then, the thing that I've been hinting at throughout this little video. I'm moving house. I'm heading back up north, and Pat isn't coming with me. It's sort of upsetting and sort of not at the same time. Relationships are funny old things. I don't want to go into too much of the gritty detail because, well, it's personal business and we'd both like to keep it that way. All you need to know is Pat and I are still very good friends, and our relationship didn't come to an end, it just changed. We've gone down slightly different paths, and we're just going slightly different ways. What this means for things like the Lanchester, I know some of you are going to be worried about that, is that basically I'll be a remote mechanic, if you like. I will still be visiting Pat, he will still be visiting me, and every now and then I'll come down south and we'll do some work on it together. Updates on Lanchester aren't very regular at the moment anyway, so it won't really be much different. Yeah, so spring next year I won't be in Kent anymore. I'll let you know where I'm moving to when I'm there. I'm a little bit superstitious, I don't want to jinx things too much. And I don't want to stress and worry about it. I just want to get it done, get settled in the new place, and then let you know what's happening. So there might be a bit of a hiccup with upload schedules. There might not, I might be fine. But that's why your support's going to be very important, because well, I'll no longer be sharing my resources financially with Pat. Life's going to get more expensive. And that's a challenge I need to meet. My business needs to step up to the plate on that, and we have to find a way through. As far as I'm aware, I can keep going the way that I am. The thing that's going to be difficult is buying materials and things for keeping the projects going, the craft stuff and the car stuff. It's not too bad. I do have stuff in stock, but that's probably the biggest challenge. That big update really is why I'm not feeling particularly festive this year. I would normally have done the Christmas lights run. I don't want to. We've not put any decorations up. I mean, honestly, with the amount that some people have put up this year, we don't really need to. It's like one house in three is the Griswolds this year. It all seems a little bit desperate. But the other thing is, I'm moving house so close to the Christmas period, I don't want to be hauling all the decorations out and putting them away and having that to deal with as well. So we're just having a quiet one, you know? Final thing then is finances. Yeah, the channel is still too small to be monetized. We're getting there, we're getting closer, but no payment from YouTube. So if you're seeing adverts and things on my content, I don't get paid for any of that, YouTube does. What I do get is, because of the videos, I do still get that little bump in print sales. So I suppose that's payment of a kind, which is nice. And of course there's been people like Peter who dumped a literal van load of Maestro parts on me, which is lovely and wouldn't have happened without the YouTube channel. Here's to 2024. Here's to hoping that the new adventure is just as interesting as the ones that have happened so far. And who knows? I have no idea what's going to happen next year. I have no idea what direction my life or my business is going to take. I'm just going to take it as it comes, roll with the punches, and hope that it all works out in the end. I hope you do the same. I'll see you next year.